Me and my brother used to dance so hard to this song. We were like crushing it. This in like a G6. Forget about it. Alexa, turn down. What's going on, dolls? It's Courtney. I just wanted to do my makeup, and I am lucky enough today to have a new set of brushes from WetnWild. So I figured that I would do it with you. We could go over it and do a review. It's a 10-piece brush set, includes 10 professional face and eye makeup brushes featuring a custom ergonomic handle. I think that is a fancy way to say it's easy to hold it, but I could be wrong. Cruelty-free and gluten-free. What the heck? I thought gluten was like because of eating. No. Gluten-free makeup brushes? Why though? Are people saying now that gluten is even just bad to like be in the world? My mind is blown right now at this. Cruelty-free and gluten-free. Why? And it's vegan. Which I guess I understand that part of it because you don't want them to use animal products in the brushes because you're like an animal lover. But what are you, a gluten lover? I am so confused right now. One shader eye brush, one tapered blending brush, one flat contour brush, one flat foundation brush, one large powder brush, one blush brush, say that 5 times fast, one fan brush, one tapered highlighting brush, one fluffy blending brush, one concealer brush. Okay, let's get into this guy. Nice colors. Looks like somebody touched them. I'm such a germaphobe. Got this case because, I mean, I'm not going to keep them in here, and that's why it's nice when the brush sets come with cases. Or like makeup bags that you could keep them in, like in my giveaway that I have going on right now. While I'm putting these brushes in here, I did want to just touch on that subject that I've had some people tell me that they think that bothers me when they over comment. I'm the one asking you to comment. I don't have notifications set up for it for that reason. You could leave 7,000 comments. It wouldn't bother me. It just increases your chances of winning my giveaway. Now at least I have somewhere to keep them. I'll probably reorganize them after because I don't want these two big ones smushing to each other. First things first. So I tinted my eyebrows and my eyelashes, which is why they're here. But I'm still going to go over them. So to go with these WetnWild brushes that I'm going to try for the first time, I also received this WetnWild Queen's Blood metallic catsuit longwear, which I'm obsessed with, so that's cool. And then Queensland bronzer limited edition from WetnWild, which I didn't even know existed. I didn't know these things existed, which makes me feel like, what else don't I know exists? I know things like, I know unicorns exist, aliens exist, but I didn't know this stuff existed. Shout out real quick to Kelsey, who went mad on WetnWild. I want to know like what you got, girl. Come on. Don't keep it a secret. You probably have these things and you don't even tell me. I didn't even know they existed. So let me know. I'm like dying to know if you got anything like amazing that I must have. I'm actually going to use my Glitterazzi Press and Play to start out as the base of my eyeshadow. It is a long wear lipstick. I like using them on my eyes because they don't move around, but when you first put it on, you're going to need to grab a brush and get it going. I'm going to take their fluffy blending brush, which is super fluffy, little much fluffy. I'm going to take their tapered blending brush. Yeah, that's better. That wasn't even their fluffiest brush, so I thought. So my thought process behind this, because it's the Glitterazzi, was that maybe as I move it around, it's going to bring out some shimmer. And it did. So that's fun. Pink Glitterazzi of this, and I have this one, and although I like this color, it for some reason doesn't apply as nice. It doesn't, it's kind of patchy on my lips, so I wanted to give it a try. Brush is pretty nice. I mean, I don't know like why this is ergonomical. It feels like I'm holding a pine cone. Maybe I don't know what ergonomical means. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use, only because I love saying it, is Manicadar Paradise Blush as an eyeshadow. Shader eye brush, which is like a flat, smaller concealer brush by the looks of what they're calling it. I'm going to almost drop that. I'm going to wet it in the blush. Side lid. Kind of almost patting it on because now this eyeshadow is wet. It'll be easier to blend once that water evaporates from the eyeshadow. And then we can go in with a fluffier brush and blend it out. Until then, I'm going to just do it this way. Tattooed liner from Scone in black. I am going to do a smallish wing. I am dead that I consider that a smallish wing. Like, who even am I? So you're probably sitting there saying to yourself, you sloppy mess. But what you don't know is I'm going to do a glitter line, which is why I'm just going in now with a black eyeliner from Wonder Wand in black. Just making sure everything has a base behind it of black. Glitter is going to take away the lines of demarcation, so that's why I look like a hot mess with my liner. Okay, so don't be so judgmental. It's not my first rodeo. It's my second. Alrighty then. I'm going to take a little bit of Kiss Lash Adhesive, not for my lashes, but for this glitter, and I'm going to apply it over. It's clear drying, and I apply over this liner. I'm going to do one at a time, and then I'm going to take Katy Cat glitter in black. That doesn't look too sparkly to me, but whatevs. I'm also going to take this same brush that I wet and use that eyeshadow or the blush as an eyeshadow, because being wet it's going to pick it up, but it's not going to be as strong as the glue, so once we go like this, it's going to stick to the glue. Okay, that's so pretty. Same thing on this side. I'm going to take a makeup wipe and clean this brush right away because eyelash glue. I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to put on yesterday's false lashes and I'm going to take that glue again. Now I'm just getting it closer to the lash line. I'm using Ardell Mega Last or Mega Lash. Ardell Mega Lash. That's what it is. I don't have the package anymore. I wore them yesterday. Okay. I'm going to just set them kind of where I want them to be. Perfect. So all their brushes are very soft. Very, very soft. Like this brush, it's like 20 feet away. I can kind of feel it. You know when something's so soft you can barely feel it? This has like, it's harder. And then this one's like, oh yeah. Which maybe I will enjoy. So far, I don't. I think that blending is just so important in every area of makeup that I can't have wussy pussy brushes. Define a line from Maybelline in black. I'm just going to do my bottom waterline. Duh. That was weird. That's better. I'm also going to do my upper waterline. Tickles. I hate that. I hate that. This is coffee. It should be booze. So, NYX eyebrow gel in chocolate. It's one of my favorites. And this is a angled liner brush from no name on it. Not even because it's worn off. They just didn't decide. They didn't want to tell anyone. It's a secret. Like this kind of brush. I'm just cleaning them up because I got them tinted because I was sick of it. I'm sick of not having eyebrows when I wake up in the morning. I don't know if you've ever tried Wonder Brow before. I like that stuff. This is very similar. It's malleable at first, but it does dry. And once it's dry, you can kind of like brush it around and, so that's what I'm waiting for. Once it's dry, I'm going to brush the middles in. So anybody who knows me knows that foundation and me are like, but I've been using for the past couple days the L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage. The reason is because I was watching reviews on it and it was getting like awful reviews, but I felt like the people were being like mad judgmental. Like, I get that it says 24-hour, but like, you really think that though? like without a touch-up. You think that though? No, you don't think that. Be real. And then using a damp beauty blender. So it is full coverage. Oh, you know what, actually? I have not been using a damp beauty blender. What I found out was this foundation sucks with a beauty blender, which could have been one of the reasons why people weren't liking it. But a foundation brush in this stuff, it's way different. It likes to be brushed on, which is kind of difficult for me because I love to use a beauty blender, but it really did change the appearance of the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and take their puffy brush and sneak in around here because I don't want all my jewelry to get shooty. Yeah, so it does not like beauty blenders. It likes brushes. And it really made a difference for me. My review on it, if I was doing one, would have completely changed. So, I love an underdog. I had to go out and buy what everybody said they hated. And guess what? I really, really like it. So, the girl who hates foundation loves this. And I swear it's not because everybody else said that they hated it. This lasts me all day. For 24 hours, I don't know. But realistically, it was a long day, and I liked the way that I looked afterwards. Let's leave it at that. Do under eye concealer using this Lumi concealer stick. And I am going to bake underneath my eyes today. So why I'm saying that is because if I'm going to be doing baking, I'm going to be putting on twice the amount of concealer that I normally would. And I know I've said this before, but for anybody new, baking your face is getting the makeup underneath the powder to reach a certain temperature, causing it to essentially bake onto your face. The heat cannot escape. The makeup bakes. It's different than just setting your face. I'm going to use this air spun in neutral and a wet dampened beauty blender. I know it seems weird to put a dampened beauty blender in, and you want to take more than you think you need and push. I'm only baking underneath my eyes today, not my whole face. Super thick. Can you see? Wherever you don't want anything to move. So now a good 10, 15. Use these Sherry Moya contour and highlight sticks. They're double-ended. There's like this color. They don't have colors. And then there's like a darker. And then there's this one that's like light. And then this one that's like a highlight. So that looks like where I would probably live. Actually, that looks like a good nose one, cheek one. What one was that? Okay. I'm going to start with the nose since I see which one I want to use for it. And I'm just doing 2 lines today down. I'm not going crazy. Okay, now that darker one, I'm going to draw some lines around my face for a contour. Just kind of putting them where I want them today. I'm not going to go by get rid of my double chin, or at least the appearance of it. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that there's music playing. I just realized that I look like a psycho. I'm going to take a beauty blender now and blend out this darker part of the contour. I like this. This is nice, very beginner friendly. Sherry Moya. I would buy this. Blends nicely, sticks with different color options. Stick form is nice to be able to control where you're putting it so you don't overdo it. Look at how nice that is. Sherry Moya. Come on, to get me another set. Came in a cute box. I opened it without you. I'm a jerk, I know. Definitely likes the Beauty Blender damp. Working well with it. Blending easily. Dun dun dun. I'm going to go ahead and using the fluffy brush off my baking. That concealer is next. This bronzer from Wet n Wild. I'm going to also use the contour brush from their kit that I'm going through today and use it with this bronzer. I'm going to go over some of the areas that I would want it to be a little darker, probably everywhere except for my nose that I already did using the stick contour. In 3 hours when I open this, we'll be able to get started. So here is their contour brush. Oh, it has a dragon. I can't tell what's happening, but oh, that's pretty good. I like it, the color anyway. I don't know about its blending properties and whatnot, but I like this brush a lot. Might be my favorite one from the set. Blush brush. And blush. After I apply my blush, I usually like take it up over my nose like this. I just do that. It's kind of my thing. Not sure that that's like taught, but it It's what I do. Okay, this is getting exciting, mostly because it's almost done. Just kidding. I'm gonna put the Glitterazzi underneath my eyes now before I put on bottom mascara. Tapered blending brush, which I was using for the top of it. I had a feeling this was going to make pretty eyeshadow, and I feel like I wasn't wrong. So one more thing that I always do is I always seem to want to do this, and I set my face twice. If I bake, I set after. If I set, I set after. But I always finish with this MUA finishing powder. I just think it's life. I feel like it really just takes my makeup to the next level. It helps define on my contours. Okay, I'm gonna just use the blush brush because the other powder brush is a little too floofy for me. I'm just gonna use this blush brush to take this off. I really feel like that completes my looks. Highlighting liquid with my finger, and a little goes a long way. And I'm just gonna put a little down the center of my nose. The tip. This stuff is great. I like this stuff a lot. It comes in the giveaway. I'm going to try out for my lips this new Liquid Catsuit Metallic. It's not new, it's limited edition, and it's like, I didn't know it existed, but it's called Queen's Blood. They sent me Queen's Blood and Queen's... What's that bronzer called? Something Queen. Queen's Castle, or... Here it is. Queensland. Sounds like a show on FX. So I'm going to use this Makeup Forever All Over neutral stick that is literally made for everywhere, but it's perfect for a lip liner. I love it. I'm sad that it's getting smaller. I feel like I do pencil sharpeners wrong, because there's no way it's supposed to be going down the way it goes down for me. I'm like losing half of a pencil at a time. Right when you think you're about to do it, then you do it like that one last time, and it just like shreds it and turns it into like a weapon. And I don't think I'm doing it right. Like, there's gotta be something wrong. There's no way that that's just like what we're doing. Tell me if you know how to use a pencil sharpener, because I don't. Okay, so metallic but long wear. Nervous little, but I'm just gonna do it. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's drying. I wasn't sure how they were gonna get a metallic look. Into a long wear. I don't know if you guys know this or not. You guys, some of you are gonna be super shocked, but this is not my natural hair color. But I'm a redhead, hard ginger. Kind of was talking to someone the other day and they were just saying about how, you know, they were like, oh, like I miss you and you had, you know, you had red hair, like blah, blah, blah. So, I cut it, I rooted it. I don't know if I'm ready for this. This is like, I don't know why, but like, maybe because I got made fun of a lot, but like red hair to me is not like, ooh. To me, red hair is like everyone calling me like the boy from the Sandlot. But obviously I'm gonna do it because I DJAF. Well, I did that, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I'm gonna look good as a redhead? Let's hope so, because I am a redhead. And if one day I can't afford to do this to my hair anymore. I always think about that. I guess I'll have to dye it red. Let it grow in, because I mean, like red roots, that's sick. It's not really that bad, I don't know why. Anyway, are we ready for this? I'm ready for it. Hold, please. Oh, hi. Maybe I'm gonna dye my hair back because like I'm feeling myself right now. Oh, I like it like this. I thought I was gonna hate it. I thought I was gonna get flashbacks when people were mean to me, called me a ginger, threw things in my hair. See it in hell, bitch. I just wanted to say that I love you and I appreciate you very, very much to all my friends and all my supporters, and extra love to all my haters. Bye, guys. Red hair makes me feel sexy, I think. Is this sex when I do this? Oh, yeah. I don't do sexy. I don't think I want to take this off, but I think I just want to leave this on. Do you like when I do this?